Okay, I have a question real quick before I like continue this conversation. Are you autistic?
Yes.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot of this conversation. Okay.
But it doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Well, no, it does actually. That's exactly what that means. I'm gonna go to general. Actually, I'm gonna go to general.
Guys,
I am
the same
on.
thing over and over.
Hello, I am on the quest to find Lord Triton.
Who?
What?
Wait, what?
Lord Triton.
What about him?
What? What about him?
I'm on the quest to find
Hello?
known.
Is it working?
I can hear you.
Oh my god.
Hi, you're
dead.
Lord Triton.
All right. So what do y'all want?
Okay, so you were talking about Mr. Girl. There was something about Pie Man in there and AugieRFC. So I heard you saying that AugieRFC is trying to deplatform H3H3.
Yeah, because that's what he literally implied by saying, "Oh, it's harder for me not to."
Well,
He
it's
said
saying it's
something
harder
like-
to stand by something doesn't mean that like you no longer stand by it. Those aren't the same statement, aren't they?
I feel like that's the same statement.
Well,
It's
no,
like,
they aren't though.
and
They just
my
mean different
point
things, right? To say
was
it's
if
harder to stand by something
Bob-
means that it's
hold
harder
on.
to
My
hold a
point
position.
is Augie when Augie does something like that, when we call him out, he says we're trying to deplatform him. But when H3 does something, oh, we can go after H3, it's okay. But when we go after Roblox, we can't. It's cancel culture when we go after Roblox.
Okay, so do you agree with his assessment of cancel culture, or do you think that canceling somebody is a little bit more than calling them out?
I feel like canceling is a little bit more than calling him out.
Right, so he's not trying to cancel H3H3. You're just using his own definition against him at that point. So I want to talk about like actually canceling H3H3 because that's what I'm really concerned about.
Yeah, I didn't say he was trying to
No,
actually understand.
You did say that. That is actually exactly what you said. No, that is exactly what you said. You said he was trying to cancel him.
I said it because that's his own definition.
Well,
when he
no,
uses,
no, you said he was trying to cancel him. That's what you said.
Yeah, he literally was like, "Oh, H3, it's hard to stand by H3." He even said that YouTube needs to do something.
We can pull up the video if you want to watch like the parts of the video I'm talking about.
I already saw the whole video. I know what I said. Yes.
Well, you clearly don't know what you said because you don't understand. I just watched your video on stream. I know exactly what you said.
The reason why I said it is because he was literally saying, "Oh, YouTube needs to get involved. YouTube needs to stop giving him like special treatment."
As in YouTube should have forced the TOS. Saying YouTube should have forced the TOS and the same that saying that somebody should be deplatformed. That's different.
But why would he need TOS when like H3's been getting strikes left and right? Why is he saying, "Oh,
because
H3
this was made before the H3 strike happened"?
Yeah, but H3's got multiple
so this was before the H3 strike happened. Yeah, well, we all get multiple strikes in a year.
I'm saying before Augie made that video, H3 got a bunch of strikes last year.
Well, yeah, but now if there's something that's clearly
by Ryan Kavanaugh, like H3's been getting strikes, but AugieRFC still brought the same point in 2022 in that video 2 days ago that H3's YouTube's going boy and he gets away with the rules, and that's not true.
Well, he was getting away with the rules at the time, though. That's just true, right? So he has something
but
up on his channel.
Not 2 days ago, because
what do you
he's
mean,
been
not
getting
2 days ago?
Ryan Kavanaugh and all these other people.
That's great. Give me a second to finish my point. So he was getting away with breaking the rules because he had something up on his channel that was violating terms of service and wasn't taken down. So he was getting away with
He wasn't really getting away because he's been getting strikes.
He was, because he hadn't been struck. He hadn't been struck on that piece of content, had he? What, had he or had he not been struck on that piece of content by the time that Augie made that video?
I don't know, but he has been struck before.
No,
So
if that video was a piece of violating content, then he was getting away with having violated content on his channel. At the time, yes, that's true.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying AugieRFC's been saying that for years, but literally, I'm saying before that incident, H3's been getting strikes before, like when he broke rules.
Well, H3
before.
does get strikes. Yes, H3 does get strikes. Whatever people like actively call H3H3. However, there's been multiple different times. No, however, there's been multiple different times where until this is called out. He has violating content on his channel for multiple days at a time. He had violating content on his channel at that given time that had only been removed after there was like a large amount of backlash against him.
Yeah, but I'm talking about before, because AugieRFC said he always gets away with it, and that's not true.
Always is a pretty obvious bit of hyperbole. I don't think that they're saying that never has H3 ever been struck.
Augie said. Augie said, you can go back to Augie's stream. Augie's been saying it for years that H3 always gets away with stuff. But no, H3 gets strikes too.
Always gets away with stuff. So do you think that whenever Augie says H3 always gets away with stuff, do you think that might be a little bit of hyperbole, or do you think that is exactly meant to be taken like word for word?
I feel like that's over-exaggeration, but I'm still allowed to say
it's an
hey,
over-exaggeration. Yes, that's a bit of hyperbole,
Yeah.
which means that it shouldn't be taken literally. So to say that H3 doesn't always get away with stuff, so therefore the statement isn't valid, that's just not like something that would follow, because you've acknowledged that the statement isn't actually trying to communicate word for word what was said.
I'm still, like, Augie literally, the reason why I made my video, because Augie literally was like, saying H3 doesn't get away with everything all the time, though, and Augie's trying to put it in people's heads that YouTube's protecting H3, and then they haven't really protected H3 at all.
Well, YouTube hadn't taken down the piece of violating content, pretty severely violating content on H3H3's channel. At the time, they hadn't. That was like a pretty big violation, right?
Mm-hmm. But once people
it hadn't been taken down for multiple days. It had been taken down.
Had something, like, the reason why Leafy got banned from YouTube is because people kept on reporting him. That's why H3 got the strike, because people kept complaining. If no one complains about something, YouTube's not going to notice.
There are multiple thousands. I think within the first couple of hours, the H3H3 podcast has multiple thousands of people watching. Do you not think that somebody would have reported it within that time?
Yeah, but YouTube eventually got the strike. And
they would have, right? They eventually got the strike, but they only got the strike after a large amount of backlash. This isn't something that should be like deliberated on for a very long time. It's a pretty clear violation of YouTube's terms of service in which you call for a violent action.
Hmm?
Yeah, even jokingly, YouTube will take people down for calling for a violent action. I agree it's a joke, but like it's a joke that violates TOS.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. It's like Augie even said that H3 wasn't joking. He even said, "Oh, H3 meant it. You meant it." I'm like,
well, okay, yeah, Augie has that. Augie has that opinion. I disagree with Augie's opinion on that. But we're talking about whether Augie was trying to cancel. But we're trying to argue over whether Augie was trying to cancel H3H3. I just think that's true.
I feel like it's true because he's literally even said
how is this
H3
true?
meant it. Okay, why would he say H3 meant it? Especially when Augie and all of his friends make similar jokes. Like when Ballblocks made that racist song, did Ballblocks mean it? Did he mean it because he made a racist song?
Probably not. I feel like I know Ballblocks' politics enough to know that he probably didn't mean that. All white people should die.
How come you could say H3 mean it then? That's what I'm using that against.
That's fine. Augie can be wrong about whether H3 really meant it or not. That doesn't resolve the actual conflict that we're talking about, which is whether Augie's trying to cancel H3 or not. He literally says within the video, blatantly, you can't miss it, that he doesn't want H3 to platformed.
He says that, but then he also makes a statement that it's hard to stand by that.
The more people violate TOS. For example, like somebody's uploading like child porn, it might be a little bit harder to like take the stance they should never be deplatformed, right? So the more somebody violates TOS, the harder it's going to be to defend that position. It's still saying, though, however, that Augie still agrees with the idea that H3 should be deplatformed.
When Leafy broke TOS and he defended the heck out of Leafy.
Because we didn't know. So the problem is that Leafy broke TOS, but when he was terminated, he wasn't given a strike, he was terminated. There wasn't actually, it didn't go through the actual proper avenue where somebody gets a strike and has the ability to like repeal their content. That's why Augie would have defended that. Because Leafy didn't actually have the time that was supposed to be allotted to him in order to change his content.
So if H3 got banned right now with no strikes,
that would be fucked up. That would be fucked up, and I guarantee you, Augie would defend that, yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Because it seems like Augie
I feel like I know more about Augie than you do. I feel like I know more about his stances on this. I mean, if you want, we could try and get Augie on stream. You could talk to him yourself.
I don't know if he would want to, but
I think he'd be willing to answer the question. Hey, if H3 just got like wiped off the platform with no strikes, would you be okay with that? Right? I feel like it's a pretty big stance these commentators take that whenever somebody's terminated, they shouldn't be done so like out of nowhere with no warning whatsoever. That's a pretty consistent stance by most commentators.
I just feel like, like seeing how Augie acts, like seems like he, defends people he likes and people he don't like, he just bashes them. That's how I see it. That's why I made my video. Because like if this was Ballblocks and Ballblocks made like a joke about blowing up a building and people got mad at Ballblocks, Augie would be the first one to defend him, and don't say he wouldn't. He would, because that's his friend.
Yeah, I know. I think Augie's probably wrong on the idea that it wasn't a joke. I agree with you on that, but what we're contesting here is like, is Augie trying to cancel H3H3? And if you want to concede that point to me, that's like totally fine. Like we can see the point, we can move on to like another point. But like it seems to be it's pretty easy to understand that like it's not true that Augie's trying to cancel this H3H3. Yeah, it seems pretty obvious.
You know what's going on in
Roblox-
Augie's head? If Augie
What?
is determined that he's not trying to cancel H3 in his own head, and that's just how.
I think I could reasonably infer. I think I could reasonably infer. Give me a second. I think I could reasonably infer from what Augie has stated that Augie is not trying to platform H3H3. Yes.
Okay, that's just how I felt because he literally is bringing up TOS, and it's just like I hate when people bring up the.
Well,
TOS,
yeah, no, if something violates
I don't
TOS, if something
know.
violates TOS, then I think it probably should be enforced equally, right? It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, again, like I understand it's a TOS thing, but morally, because like Augie always preaches morals. Morally, I don't think H3 should have got the strike because he was just
I think
joking. Even
morally, he should get the strike.
Stuff.
I think that whenever we're setting up a platform, people have to know the rules of like what will get them and what will not get them and. Whenever we have exceptions to these rules given out, it makes it harder for content creators to actually build their content around the platform that they're on, and it makes it really hard to have YouTube as a consistent source of revenue. So it seems the best way to, like morally speaking, to run a site like YouTube would have to be a consistently enforced TOS.
Oh yo.
We're on
gay
stream. We're on stream right now, by the way. I'm talking with somebody on stream. Okay. Sorry, back to the point. Okay. So yeah, it seems like morally speaking, I think he probably should get the strike.
Morally speaking, I don't think he should because it's just a joke. Like, yeah, they
Well,
get like.
Do you think
like, I
that?
don't
So
believe
do you
it.
not
Like,
agree with the premise that I've set up that whenever you have a content creation platform like YouTube, right, and you have a TOS that is not consistently enforced, that it would make it harder for people to actually determine what is and is not in violation of the rules, and therefore it would make it harder for people to like be reliant on YouTube as a source of revenue.
I think YouTube should equally enforce the rules, and I feel
Well,
like
yeah, you think YouTube should equally enforce the rules, right? And if
Yeah,
they're
but
not
I
being equally
feel like
enforced,
YouTube
no,
should
you're not going to run away from this.
everybody-
If
but my
YouTube is
opinion
not equally
is
enforcing the
that-
rules when it comes to H3H3, that'd be a moral bad.
Hold on.
There we go.
You're not
You've just
missing-
concluded
missing
the
my
you
point.
conceded the entire
No,
argument to me with that single admission.
Let me finish my point. I feel like YouTube should let everybody joke the way they want.
Okay, so
Like, I
you'd
feel
recommend
everyone
a
should go
different
for it.
TOS.
So
But with the
that's
TOS
what-
we have in place right now, it seems that H3H3 should have gotten the strike.
With the TOS, I still don't agree because I don't agree with the TOS,
Well, that's great. You could not agree with the TOS, but you also agree with me that the TOS should be enforced equally. So therefore, the TOS should be enforced equally, and H3H3 shouldn't get the strike, or should get the strike.
So Ballblock should have got the strike then for the racist song.
He did!
He didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he
He didn't get a
did!
strike.
It was struck off of
It's
YouTube!
literally taken off YouTube.
It literally was struck
buddy.
off of YouTube!
Oh, it was? I
Yeah.
thought it wasn't.
Yeah, it's gone. You can't
It's
find it on
gone.
YouTube anymore.
So I thought he took it down himself, and then when
No.
when
No,
someone
No, it was struck
uploaded
down. I mean, I guarantee you
thought
it was
he
struck down.
struck
We
it
can
down.
talk. We
He
can talk
struck
about
down
Roblox
the
as
upload.
well.
Didn't Boblox himself restrike the uploads?
Black's copyright struck the uploads, but the original upload was taken down by YouTube for being in violation of terms of service.
Oh, I thought he took it down himself because that's what I was hearing back at the time when it was covered that he took it down and then someone else re-uploaded and he got butthurt that it was re-uploaded.
No, it was privatized. It was privatized on the channel, and then it was unlisted in order to make it sure that he was the only one who was like publishing that content, right? But then it got taken down later on for being in violation of YouTube's terms of service.
Oh, because I thought like he took it down and someone re-uploaded it and he struck it down.
No. I mean, he struck it down, but that was like earlier. This is a different incident, right? So if we're talking about the original video was taken down for violating TOS.
Okay, so then TOS is equally, but I'm sure Augie didn't support that. I'm sure Augie.
I have no idea whether
Like,
Augie
he
supported that. I
stayed
have
up.
no clue whether Augie supported that. Whether Augie's a hypocrite or not is not the topic of discussion. What the topic of discussion is, and I really want you to concede this to me, that Augie's not trying to cancel H3H3.
But you know what? I'll admit I was wrong. Augie's not trying
All right,
to.
there we
kiss
go.
me straight.
There we go. All right. I think that Augie probably does
still a
have some
hypocrite.
inconsistent positions. Yeah, he
My
probably does
video's
have.
still
He
not
probably
valid
does have some
because that was
inconsistent
my only
positions.
point.
Yeah, he probably does have some inconsistent positions. Okay.
Yeah, that's what my main point was, that he was being a hypocrite. That's what
Well, you're
That's
also
the main
accusing him.
point.
You're also accusing him of being a hypocrite because he's trying to cancel H3 and being against cancel culture, right? So that was like
Yeah,
a
okay, you
supporting
know
part of
what?
your argument.
Fine, I'll reword it. He's a hypocrite for calling out H3 for stuff he does himself. How about that?
Sure, I agree with that. Now you also had a problem with Mr. Girl platforming Pieman. What's the issue with that? What's going on there?
Because he makes pedophile jokes. He shouldn't even be involved in this. He's not even a drama channel, and he and Pieman, we all know Pieman messed up.
Well,
And Mr. Girl's really
Pieman-
platforming.
So
Again,
Pieman
why would
messed
Pieman
up.
go to someone who's an admitted pedophile?
Well, we can talk about Mr. Girl being a quote-unquote admitted pedophile all we want. But the problem is that it seems to be that, like, whenever somebody's canceled for something, I don't really think there's a problem with interviewing them to understand their side of the story and what drove them to do the things
Yeah,
that they
but
did.
interviewing Mr. Girl, someone
Mr. Girl
who's
did
not
interview
really
Pieman.
smart, someone who's a self-admitted pedophile, interviewing someone who's done similar related things.
So, wait, do you think that
Not
Pieman's a
related- I know,
pedophile? Hold up. What do you mean similar things?
Like,
What do you mean
like
similar things?
No, I worded it wrong. I meant
Okay,
like he's done,
you worded it wrong. All right.
he's done disgusting things. That's what I meant.
I don't think
not
anything
pedophile.
Pieman did was like maybe like trustworthy, like trust breaking, but I don't think it was like a pedophilic
Yeah, but,
implication
didn't he
or something like
also
that.
get CP or something to expose a pedophile?
Well, yeah, but the intent wasn't to
Yeah,
jerk
that's
off to
what
the
I meant.
CP. The intent wasn't to jerk off to the CP. It was to report it to authorities so this person could be detained.
Yeah, I know, but that's still
How is it
disgusting.
disgusting? It's disgusting to try and like get somebody detained to the
No,
authorities.
it's disgusting to get it on your computer because you can
That's
go to
disgusting.
jail.
Okay, you think that's
Well, that's
disgusting?
not disgusting.
Because you
It's
could go to jail.
That's illegal.
Well, no,
It's
it could be
still
illegal. It could be illegal without being disgusting. I don't know why you're using that to like
Okay,
justify
you know
it.
what's illegal?
Disgusting is a
my
subjective
point-
judgment. I have no
point
interest in
with
talking
the
about that.
thing
Whenever you
was-
say disgusting, that almost has moral implications, right? It only has the implication that like Pieman like doing something malicious, right? That it was
Yeah,
like,
no,
disgusting for
it's
Pieman
not.
to have
That's
done
not
that.
what I was saying.
Okay,
the
so like,
reason
what's
why
the
I have a
problem?
with
If
Mr.
Pieman is a
Gold-
malicious actor in this situation, what's the problem with like platforming Pieman?
No, the problem is Pieman shouldn't have went to Mr. Go of all people because Mr. Go doesn't know what he's doing, and he even is a self-admitted pedophile. He was
What
on
do you mean,
Stardom
Mr.
Mr.
Girl doesn't know what
Strange
he's
saying he
doing?
wasn't joking, so he's a pedophile.
What,
and he should
what
be
do you
in
mean
jail.
Mr. Girl didn't know what he was doing? You think that Mr. Girl can't interview
Because he's a
somebody?
little pedophile. Like, why?
He's a
why does
literal
he?
pedophile.
Why does he know a situation when he's just gonna? He's probably gonna be It's not even probably what you've watched the interview. Because like I made that video before the interview came out. Because like I was
Why are you
reacting to
why are you
that.
commenting on his interview before it comes out? What are
Yeah,
you
'cause that's
doing?
when it
What are you
was
doing?
Because that's when it was announced. And I kind of was
Do you
like, oh,
also
this
put
interview-
out hold up? Do you also like publish movie reviews before you've seen the film?
No, I don't
Yes.
do movie reviews.
No, that'd be pretty stupid though if somebody started publishing movie reviews before the movie came
No,
out,
I'm
right?
just
That'd be
saying,
pretty
like,
stupid. That'd be
interviews
pretty
shouldn't
dumb.
happen.
That'd be
Like,
pretty dumb,
no, it
right?
shouldn't
No,
happen.
that'd be pretty dumb. Will you agree with me that like putting out a movie review before you've
Actually,
seen a
no, I
movie is
did
pretty
watch
dumb?
a Pieman interview with Angry Slug on stream.
What?
Yeah, Angry Slug was like watching it on his stream, and I watched it with him. I was like on call with him.
You said this was before that you made this video before the interview came out.
Oh yeah. I think I did. Like,
So you criticized
now,
the
I'm
idea of
thinking
Mr.
about
Girl
what
having this
you're
interview before it even came out. Why would you
Wait,
do that?
I don't even remember. That's the thing. The video's old. I don't even remember.
The video is like old? I thought it was like 3 weeks ago.
But Mr. Gold thing was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, sorry, no, it was 2 months ago. Okay, no, it was 2 months
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. Like I got once I make a video, I forget the video because I move on to other things.
You okay? So would you just like concede that you shouldn't have made the video then? I guess.
No, I made the video because I didn't like
well,
how Pieman went to Mr.
now you're
Gold.
defending the video again. So let's bring it up. You criticized Mr. Girl's interview before it even came out.
No, I'm criticizing Pieman for going to. Why should Mr. Gold
What?
even have a
No,
form?
the words. I mean, if we want to pull it back up, the words were that like you were criticizing Mr. Girl for platforming Pieman.
Yeah, because he's a self-admitted pedophile. He shouldn't be involved in this.
What? How does it have anything? How does like let's say even say that Mr. Girl is a pedophile and rapes kids? Why can't Mr. Girl have an interview with somebody? There's no like harm being
Because
caused
he's a
by that.
pedophile. Why should a
Well,
pedophile be interviewing somebody?
Because them being a pedophile
Especially
doesn't have
when
any
Pieman's
influence on the
underage.
ability to ask a
Pieman's
question.
underage and there's a pedophile interviewing him.
I'm sorry. Do you think that like Pieman got groomed by Mr. Girl?
I don't know. I mean,
You think on the
Mr.
interview?
Gore-
You think on the interview, like
Independent.
Pie Man was like
Well-
groomed or something, or do you think it's probably just the case that it was a couple of questions?
I mean, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but on the interview, he wasn't groomed. But like,
Well,
you know,
yeah.
I don't Mr. Gore around.
You're just accusing Mr. Girl
Oh,
of grooming Pie Man with no evidence.
Answer the question. real quick. Answer the question. Did Mr. Gore admit to being a pedophile? Yes or no?
In a joking way, yeah, he kind of did. He's
How
just
did
like,
he?
I'm a
Did he go on
pedophile.
Stardust stream and say he was not joking?
And he said,
Yes or
he
no?
said he wasn't joking about the Cuties review. The Cuties review is different from like
No, he
other
said he
jokes
wasn't
that
joking
makes.
about the song. I remember.
The song, I'm a pedophile. You think he was serious about that?
He said he wasn't joking, so I'm
So
going to
do
take
you
his word
think?
that
Do
he
you
wasn't
think?
joking.
Okay. Do you think that that should be used in a court of law? Because he says that he rapes children in that one.
And he said he was not joking. He said he was
Well,
not
yeah.
joking.
A
And
really
then-
a really easy thing to add on to a joke is to say you're not joking about something that is clearly a joke, right? It's a pretty
but then
obvious
why
thing
would
you
you
can add
do
on.
that?
Like for example, if
Why
I
would
say,
you do
"Hey
that?
guys, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go shoot up the NRA convention." I'm not joking, by the way. I'm 100% serious in this. I'm doing
Yeah,
it
the
tomorrow.
cops will
Like
arrest you. The
obviously,
cops will arrest you.
no, they wouldn't.
Like if I say I'm gonna go shoot up the elementary
Okay,
school, and
well,
I'm
when
not
I get
joking,
arrested,
the
when
cops
I get
will
arrested
arrest
for
me.
making that statement on this stream, okay, I'll admit that you were totally right on that one.
Okay, make a statement that you'll shoot up
I
a
just
school.
did.
And-
I literally just did.
Okay, someone send it to the police. Someone clip that and send it to the police. And
It's
see
all over
if we
now.
See if we won't get a knock on your door.
No. So first of all, Mr. Girl hasn't been arrested. Okay, that's the first thing we gotta
Yeah,
establish.
'cause-
Mr. Girl,
yeah,
not
if I
arrested.
report that to
Mr.
the
Girl,
police-
not arrested. Okay, me also not arrested. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be arrested. Okay, so
If
with that
okay, you know what?
established, do you think that this should be used in a court of law? They should bring up a hey. So here's the I'm a pedophile song where he admits to being a pedophile, and like they use that as like actual testimony. Do you think that's like
Okay,
like, that's something that would happen?
okay, yeah, but he's
No,
literally
because
on
it's pretty
interviews.
obviously a joke.
He's
It's pretty
on
obviously
interviews.
a joke that
He's
somebody's
on interviews
rapping.
saying he
They're
wasn't
literally
joking, he's being
rapping
serious.
about being a pedophile.
Dude, he was on interviews.
Yeah, I say I'm serious
Saying
about
he
shit that I'm
wasn't
joking about all
joking.
the time. I say that tons of times. There are tons of clips of me saying that I am calling for genocide and I want it unironically, no joke, no meme, right? I have said that before. That is a pretty obvious bit. I haven't committed a genocide.
If you say you're not
Yeah.
joking and people take it as you're not joking, that's on you. And that's on him because that's being a pedophile is the worst thing in the world. And the fact that you're saying you're not
So-
joking about
So
that.
you think that
makes
like
you
his
think
I'm a
you're
pedophile rap,
I
like
would call him
that's
pedophiles
like
at
his
any time.
admission. Okay, I have a question real quick before I like continue this conversation. Are you autistic?
Yes.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot of this conversation. Okay.
But it doesn't
So-
mean I'm wrong.
Well, no, it does actually. That's exactly what that means. Get
How
destroyed in
does
the
me
marketplace
being
of ideas.
autistic mean I'm wrong?
Well, okay, I'm be honest. I'm be honest. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're wrong, but it kind of explains a
Yeah.
lot to me that somebody who is autistic would pick up these. I'm sorry, I'm memeing on you. I need to stop. This is gonna get me canceled one day.
He's also autistic.
So, you know what? So, your buddy Roblox is wrong 'cause he's autistic too. So he's always wrong.
Okay. Let's get back to the argument, okay? So normally, whenever somebody says "I'm not joking" to an absurd statement, and like there's no follow-up, like investigation, nothing comes out where they like raped a kid, most of the time they were probably joking, right? So, like for example, if I were to say "I have molested a kid," I'm not joking, by the way. This is 100% serious,
Clip that.
right? You probably wouldn't think I actually molested a kid.
I would
You would think that I
to the
molested a
police.
kid. You would. Okay, so I want you to send the Mr. Girl video
You know
to the
what, let
police
me
and see what
ask the
comes from
chat.
that.
Let me ask the chat real quick.
Actually, let's do a poll. Let's actually do a poll. I can do that right now. All right.
Wait.
Do
Yeah,
a
do a
poll
poll.
in
Let's
my
do a
chat.
live-
Mr. Lord Tarzan, I forgot what your fucking name is. If you think Mr. Girl is an actual pedophile, why
All
haven't
right.
you like reported him to the
All right.
police?
New poll.
I don't know.
After
Should
doing
I?
the poll,
I
I have
report
a
him to
very
police?
important question for you, Lord.
Yeah, why haven't you
Know this.
like if you know Mr. Girl's a
Because there's
pedophile, why haven't you like went
Plus,
to the
I'm not-
authorities?
Like I'm 17, I shouldn't be in that. That should be the adults to do that. It should be people
All right.
like you.
I'm starting a poll.
Wait, are you Bunk? Are you Bunk on YouTube? Are you Bunk on YouTube? You're Bunk? You're a fucking pussy, dude. I'm gonna fucking kill you.